In the squared circle of public opinion, where punches are traded not with fists but with words, retired boxing legend Christy Martin has thrown her weight behind Sydney Sweeney, delivering a knockout defense against detractors who dared to question the young actress's embodiment of her life story. The biopic Christy, released to theaters and met with a tepid box office reception, has sparked a firestorm of discourse, particularly from Ruby Rose, who lambasted Sweeney's performance as a betrayal of authenticity. Yet, Martin at 57 stands unyielding. Her Instagram missive is a rallying cry, affirming Sweeney not just as a co-star, but as a friend and ally, whose dedication breathed soul into a narrative of survival that Martin herself lived with bruising intensity. Martin's life has always been a testament to defiance. A trailblazing female boxer in a male-dominated ring, she shattered barriers in the 1990s, amassing a record that earned her the moniker, the coal miner's daughter. But glory came at a cost. In 2010, her ex-husband James Martin attempted to murder her in a brutal act of domestic violence, leaving her with gunshot wounds and a resolve forged in blood. Christy, helmed by director David Mikett, chronicles this odyssey, from her Appalachian roots to championship bouts and crucially her advocacy against intimate partner abuse. Sweeney, 28, steps into Martin's gloves as the titular fighter, her portrayal a blend of physical grit and emotional rawness that captures the essence of a woman who refused to be felled. The controversy ignited when Ruby Rose, once attached to a supporting role as Rosie, a character inspired by Martin's high school girlfriend Sherry Lusk, voiced her disillusionment on Threads. The original Christy Martin script was incredible. Life-changing, Rose proclaimed, lamenting her exit from the project and decrying the final product as ruined. She accused Sweeney of parading insensitively, claiming the film failed those it purported to represent, particularly queer voices. Everyone had experience with the core material. Most of us were actually gay, Rose asserted, framing her critique as a stand for marginalized authenticity. Her barbs peaked with a harsh label for Sweeney as a cretin, and a poignant lament, Christy deserved better. Enter Martin, the ultimate authority, whose response is a masterclass in loyalty and lived truth. I've always been a fighter. My life reflected that in every way and now I fight for others, she wrote, pairing her words with a candid set photo of her and Sweeney mid-spar. This isn't performative solidarity, it's visceral. The past few days I have seen some people attack my friend Sydney Sweeney. Sid not only worked her ass off for this film, she worked her ass off for me. For my story. For so many others suffering in silence. Martin's endorsement elevates Sweeney from actress to advocate, highlighting the exhaustive training, boxing regimens that sculpted Sweeney's frame to mirror Martin's ferocity, and the empathetic immersion that allowed her to channel unspoken traumas. Sweeney's preparation was Herculean. Months of sparring, weight training, and dialect coaching to nail Martin's West Virginia twang. But beyond the physical, it was the emotional excavation that bound them. Sweeney delved into Martin's archives, interviews, fight footage, personal diaries, to unearth the quiet fortitude beneath the bravado. Their bond formed in the ring's sweat and the therapy-like debriefs post-scene, where Martin shared the terror of that 2010 night. Stabbed and shot, she crawled for help, her will to live a final uppercut against despair. She is my friend and ally, Martin declared, a phrase laden with the weight of shared secrets. The film's underwhelming debut, modest ticket sales amid mixed reviews, has fueled the narrative of failure, but Sweeney reframes success through impact. I am so deeply proud of this movie, she posted on Instagram, her pride untainted by metrics. Proud of the film David made. Proud of the story we told. Proud to represent someone as strong and resilient as Christy Martin. This experience has been one of the greatest honors of my life. For Sweeney, post-Euphoria and Anyone But You, Christy marks a pivot to substance, a role that demanded she shed her ingenue skin for something scarred and sacred. Martin's advocacy amplifies this. The film isn't about Oscars or openings, it's a siren for the silenced. This film stands for survival, courage, and hope, Sweeney echoed Martin's ethos. Through tie-in campaigns, they've funneled awareness into action. Donations to domestic violence shelters, survivor hotlines amplified. If one woman witnessing Martin's crawl from near death musters the courage for her own escape, victory is claimed. Martin's post-2010 life exemplifies this. Testifying against James, convicted of attempted murder, she founded the Christy Martin Foundation, empowering athletes and abuse victims alike. Rose's critique, while passionate, underscores broader industry tensions. Representation, casting choices, the commodification of trauma. Yet Martin's voice, battle-hardened and unequivocal, quiets the fray. She sees in Sweeney a mirror of her younger self, ambitious, unapologetic, willing to bleed for truth. As Christy endures beyond its opening weekend, streaming deals, festival circuits, its legacy solidifies as Martin's second ring, where punches land for healing, not harm. In defending Sweeney, Martin doesn't just protect a performance, she safeguards a movement. Her story, immortalized through Sweeney's lens, reminds us that resilience isn't solitary, it's communal, forged in alliances that withstand the blows. From coal mines to canvases, Martin's fight continues with Sweeney as her worthy successor.